Hello guys, Hadis here, and today I'm going to explain how to make search and Flutter. And if you are new in this channel, don't forget to subscribe because I'm sure that you will like this video. And do not forget to support me and like this video and share it to your friends. Okay, so let's get started. At the beginning, I created a new project. So let's get rid of this code, close this, and delete this, and create a new file. Let's name it search screen or home screen. I will name it home screen. .dart for sure. We need to import the material.dart package. For that, import it. And the initialize is stateful widget. And it must be a stateful widget because it is a search screen. So it will handle some changes. And here, let's name it home screen. And let's copy the name and call it in here. We need to import it for sure, like this, and delete this constructor, we don't need it, and in here change this to a scaffold, like this. Save it and save this file. We will get an empty screen. So to get started, we need to implement the text field first to handle the text that the user will enter to search, for example. So in here, let's initialize a number and let's give it a title. And now as a title, let's initialize the text field. All right, so as a text field, let's give it a controller. We are going to use it later and you'll see how. So in here, let's initialize text editing controller. So this one, and initialize it like this. Let's copy it and we need to initialize it like this. Now to support the null safety, we can initialize it like this. Alright, to flag it as non-nullable value. Alright, so let's give it the controller in here. So like this, and let's give it a decoration. So for that, we need to initialize it like this, and it's going to be in here input decoration. Input decoration, like this, and hit save now, and here it is. As you can see, here is the text field, but it's very ugly in here and the user will not know that there is a text field in here. So for that, let's do some styling for it. I will change the borders to none. So in here we can change it as input border and call .none to it, just like this. Now I will copy this and give it for all borders. Alright, we don't actually need the error border, but I just keep it same in here. Alright, let's save it. And here it is. Now, it is still ugly, so we need to do some changes for it. For that, I will wrap it by a container. Let's give it decoration of box decoration, and in here give it color, colors.blue.shade. I will choose 200. Now here it is. It looks better, but it will be better if we add few things more. In here I will add content padding. I will choose padding of maybe 15. Save it. So as you can see, the cursor moved into here, and let's add a border radius for it. So in here, let's initialize border radius, and say dot circular and give it value. I will choose 30. So here it is. One more thing, let's add a hint style. A hint. So right in here, search. So hint text as search, and it looks great in here. Alright, so we need now to initialize the contents in this white screen. And for sure we need to initialize a list. I will make another tutorial on how to implement search for a grid view. It's actually the same, but I will make it full for make it clear. Alright, so let's, as a body for the scaffold, let's initialize a body and initialize a list view dot builder, and let's initialize the builder for it, give it the context and give it an index, and in here let's write our design for it. I will choose an icon and a text to apply the search for it. So in here let's initialize the icon. I will initialize a circle avatar for it and give it a child and give it an icon as a child, and in here let's choose icons dot food bank. I will choose this icon because our list will handle some food. You can choose any icon that you want. Alright, so below it let's initialize the text, and it's going to handle our search data. Alright, so here it is. It has an infinite amount of numbers, so let's specify an item count in here. I will choose 15, and let's add a sized box between them to give some space between this icon and this text. I will choose 10, hit save, and this text move a little bit to the right, and in here let's add some styling for this text so you can see it clearly. And I will choose text style and give it font size of font size. We can just give it an integer font size like this, and I will choose the font weight and give it font weight dot bold like this. Right, I will change it to 25. Maybe you can see it better now. It still looks a little bit ugly. I will wrap it by some padding, and here it is. We can choose 4, for example. Alright, so now we need to implement the method that handles the search. So how can we do it? It is actually very easy. So in the text field in here, we need to initialize the unchanged. So once the user enter any letter in here, the search will directly appear on the screen. Alright, so in here we need to give it the value and the error now gone. So before that we continue, we need to implement the search as I said, but we need at least to implement a search on it. So for that I already initialized a list, and I will add it in here. It is actually a list of food, just a list of string, and give it some food, right? Some avocados, for example, like this. Alright, so we need to use this list to display it on the screen. So as an item count, let's use this length of this list, and as a data in here, let's use it the food list and give it the index, hit save, and the changes must appear in here as you can see. Okay, so now we can write our method in the unchanged. So to do it, it's actually very easy thing. We can initialize the food list and make it equal to the food list and apply where to it. Now we can use this element dot check if it is contained, and for sure we need now to check if it is contained the value, and it's still making an error because we need to convert it to a list. Alright, this is a list. For sure we need to convert it to a list. Alright, so let's see what will happen. Let's restart the app. Type anything, and nothing is getting changed, and in here we are getting an error. Let's restart the app, and for sure nothing will change because it's actually a stateful widget. And as you know, we need to call setState to apply changes. For that, I will call this, call setState, and paste our code in here and hit save. And now try to search. And as you can see, it is working fine. I will restart it again and see. Let's search for something. For example, once I typed H, this four things appeared in here. Now if I hit delete, only these four items will appear. And to handle this is an error actually, but even if it's not being displayed on the screen, but we need to fix it. In order to fix it, let's initialize another list. Alright, so in here, let's initialize a list to handle onSearch. So in here, let's say onSearch and initialize it like this. And instead of setting this list equal to the query, we can use this food list onSearch. But this is not all. We need in here to do a check, and in here to do a check to do the correct displaying on the screen. So in order to do it, it's actually easy. So we can call the text controller.text and check if it is not empty. And if this is the case, we use the food list onSearch. Alright. So in here we need to use the length, and in here we need to add this exclamation mark because of the null safety issue. Alright, so I can copy this now and in here do the same. So we don't need this food list. If this is the case, we need to use this list instead. Pass in the index. Now restart the app and see what will happen. So hit any query, any keyword, delete it now, and as you can see, it is working fine. If I delete it, the whole list will be displayed, and the search is working fine. Now if I type in orange, nothing appeared, while we have an orange in here. Now to expand the search limit, in here we can call dot to lowercase and call it for the value. Hit save, type in orange now, and here it is working fine. Okay. Now, instead of displaying this empty screen in here, we can display something while there is no results. And in order to do that, we can do it very easy. So I will copy this actually and do a check in here. So instead of returning this list, we return a widget to be displayed if there's no results. So paste it in here and do it like this. And in here, we will type in no results found. Okay, let's type it correctly. And in here, capital N. And for sure, this is not all. We need to add another check also. We need to do a check about the food list. If the length of the food list is 0, so we can display that we have no results. Okay, so we can call now the food length.length if it is equal to 0 of it is, we can check if it is empty, for example. Let's set save, and here is the text appeared directly in here. Let's make it better. For example, let's wrap it by a column, and in here, let's display an icon and call the search of icon to it. And let's do some styling for this text. I will copy this text style and display it in here like this. Hit save, and here it is. Now let's change the font of this one to 50, for example. It is very big. Let's choose 35. It looks better. And let's choose main axis alignment, and put it to center. It is in center now, and wrap this by a center. Alright, now for sure we need to, it will be better if we change the size of this icon and to choose 50. I will choose 80. We can put it bigger if you want. So, or you can display another widget as what you want. But in here, everything is working fine. I will choose colors.blue. Hit save. Maybe it is better like this. And as you like. So you can display any content that you want. Now if I delete it, the search is working fine and everything is working fine and being displayed correctly. Now to make it better, I will do something. If I wrap this container by a row, hit save, I will get an error, as you can see. Now to fix this error inside of a row, you can just wrap this container by a widget, which is the flexible or expanded widget. Alright, if I restart the application now, I'll not get an error. And here it is, it's being displayed. Now I did this to add an icon in here to clear the text that the user wrote. But we don't actually do this since we have actions inside of a navbar. So I just wanted to show you this. If you don't use a navbar, you will definitely use it, or you can initialize in a text field a suffix icon and add it. It will be displayed in here. But in our case, I'll not do it like this. I'll just add some actions. So in here, inside of the app bar, we have actions, and in here we can initialize a text button, and we need to do something on the onPressed, and as an icon, as a child, I will give it an icon, and in here say icons dot close this icon, and let's color it red. So just like this. Now if I hit save, it's displayed in here. Okay, and for sure we don't have a ripple effect because I didn't write anything. So let's say print in here and see what will happen. Hit save. It is being printed. Alright, so we still have to do something in here to clear this. And it can be done easily by calling this controller.clear and hit save and add an exclamation mark in here and hit save. Now if I press on it, it is being removed from here, but nothing changed on the screen. I will restart the application and see. Let's write anything, hit clear. Nothing changed on screen, and I will write something now, and the method or the list appeared again on the screen. If I do it again, hit clear, no changes appeared on the screen. If I press on any letter, the query get called and it's being displayed, the search is being displayed on the screen. So we need to fix this also. To fix this and to make sure, we need to make this food list empty. So in here, call the food list and call clear to it. And one more thing is to set the text editing controller to something. We can put it to a letter, for example. Let's say in here equal to A, like this, or to H, for example, and in here add the exclamation mark and hit save. Hit X, H being displayed in here, and the query gets applied directly. We can just put it to an empty screen and see full list will be displayed for sure. Let's try it now and see. As you can see, the full list is being displayed. Okay, so that was for this tutorial. If you like it, and I'm sure that you like it, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that bell on the right. Alright, so see you in the next video. I will share more great contents, and as I said, I will do a same tutorial about searching on a grid view. So instead of doing a list, we will do it on a grid. Alright, so see you in the next tutorial.